Hi everyone, this is Tom Cherryums with the FujiNet Project. I hope everybody in the United States had a good Thanksgiving. It was really good here, and I've been going full steam ahead on the config program for FujiNet for Atom. And in this video, I will show you the functionality that's used so that you can create new disk or DDP images directly from inside of either config or using the CPM. Now I'm just going to show the version that's inside of config here, and I will show the CPM version in a separate video with all the CPM tools. So right now, we have a blank FujiNet that's not configured with anything right now other than our network. Our network is set up and everything is okay here. As you can see, we can go ahead and add in a couple of host slots that we're going to use for our purposes here. One of them is a host called atomapps.errata.online, which is a nice remote host. And I'm going to add another one here from my local file server, which I call TMA-2. Now, of course, we'll start by basically taking and putting Smart Basic in the first drive here. Nothing special here. We just take and select it, make sure it's okay, great, mounted, everything's good. But now we're going to take and make a file also on Atom Apps in the uploads directory, which is world writable. Make a new disk image. If you see on the left-hand side where the status display is, you see insert for create new. Pressing it asks you to specify the media type. Well, we're going to create a DDP, and it's going to be 256 kilobytes in size. We give it a name, ddptest.ddp. It's important that, at least for now, we put in the file extender. Okay, then we specify where we want to put it. We want to put it in slot 2. Okay, cool. Now it's going to take and create the file. Now currently this is being done 1 byte at a time, basically filling the file with E5s. I'm going to optimize this by basically using a sparse input, or sorry, sparse allocation. That is basically seeking to the end of where we want the file to be, writing a byte there, and then closing the file, which will be much faster. If we want to take and format it, then we can either choose to do that here as a separate step, or in CPM using something like format commands or whatnot. We should be done here in just a moment. Okay, and at this point, if we're going to use this for EOS, we can also choose to create a directory here. Sure, why not? We'll give it a name, create the directory, and with that, we should be ready to go. I'll go ahead and press F6 to boot. And this is being booted off of the cloud. So Smart Basic's coming in via the cloud. And, well, so is the volume we created. And of course, we can and we'll save it there. Boom. If we do a catalog, we can see it's there. Awesome, right? Well, it doesn't just end there. We can actually go back for a moment and, how do we want to do this? Can I do this? Let's see. Boom. We'll hit the reset here. And we will create another DDP on my local file server. For word processing documents. Because sure, why not? And we'll put that in the first drive here. Yes, go ahead. Boom. There we go. And we will go ahead and hit the escape WP to go right into uh, Smart Writer. And we'll go ahead and store it. Store the workspace, put it on drive C there. Go ahead, store the workspace and call it boom. And there we go. Of course, we can hit the get key here, check in drive C, and there's our file ready to go. Whammo. Now, I will test things by basically now doing this from CPM. We'll reset the FujiNet, reset the Atom, and we will just go over here, tab real quick, and eject these two things from the slots, and we will go boot a copy of CPM, and I will do this from the local file server here, because why not? Oop, there's a little bit of a glitch there that I still have to figure out. Sometimes that happens, and I'm not sure why that happens. Not yet, anyway. So we're going to go ahead, select CPM, put CPM in drive A here, in the first drive, and we're going to go, and just for the sake of being interesting, we're going to take and put this in another test here, and we're going to create another disk image here, except we're going to press F6 to create a disk. We're going to create a 160K disk. We're going to put it in here, mount it read write, let it take and create the file. And since this already has the necessary fill byte in here, this disk image is already formatted and ready for use in CPM. We should be done in just a few moments. And yes, like I said before, I'm going to take and try to optimize this as best I can. First priority right now is to get it to work right, then I'll take and make it faster. And that's the case in every case. No, we do not want to add an EOS directory this time. So there it is. We'll go ahead and boot the result. And since this is a disk image that we're booting here, it's doing interleaved reads and writes here. And we'll find that if we go to drive B, no file, and if we do a stat, oop, yeah, a little bit of a glitch there, 145K. Again, things are still glitching, but we're okay. We'll go ahead and do a test here. We'll do a directory. I'm going to do a pip b equal a colon dot example text. And it is writing this over to the disk image that's over on the cloud. So there we go. And there we go. I'm going to end the video here. So what do you guys think so far? Okay, so until next time, guys, have fun.